Well, good evening and welcome to Weslaco, Texas. K-West bringing you Weslaco East Lady Wildcats softball tonight. Your Weslaco East Lady Wildcats taking on the Lady Vikings of Brownsville Pace. Lady Wildcats sitting second place in district softball play right behind the Lady Tigers. So looking for a win tonight over the Lady Vikings as they keep their hopes alive in capturing a district title. Well, we've had the players announced. We've had the national anthem played. So we're just moments away from the first pitch. So let's go ahead and give you the batting order for the Lady Vikings. Leading it off is going to be number 9, the second baseman, Chloe Mares. Batting second will be the shortstop, Feli Figueroa. Batting third would be the third baseman, Kayla Gutierrez. In the cleanup spot would be number 8, the first baseman, Andrea Toledo. Batting fifth is the catcher, Alexa Bolivar. Batting sixth and in the circle is Arlette Toledo. Batting seventh is the left fielder, Jasmine Gamboa. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Nailea Gonzalez. And batting ninth will be the right fielder, Emma Pulido. Defensively for your Lady Wildcats. In left field, Ariana Cabrera. Center field, Diane Lopez. In right field, Jaylene Figueroa. Your infield, third base, Mia Silva. Second base, Ariel Lopez. At first is Cecilia Bautista. At shortstop is Ashley Garcia. Behind the plate doing the catching is J.C. Cáceres. And in the circle tonight for your Lady Wildcats is Melissa Cabrera. Home plate umpire is Mr. Infante, and on the bases is Mr. Cruz. And we've got Chloe Mares in the batter's box. And so we are just moments away from the first pitch. Melissa Cabrera in the circle for your Lady Wildcats. And the first pitch catches the inside corner for strike one. Wind blowing out to center field tonight. Not a gusting wind, but a wind that's strong enough that if you catch one right, it's getting out of here. Second pitch is high and away for ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the leadoff batter, Chloe Mares. That one inside, swung on, fouled back for strike 2. That ball was tailing inside, and Mares was able to catch it on the inside part of the bat. So Cabrera ahead of the count, 2 strikes and 1 ball. Swung on, fouled back. This one is back behind the press box. So the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes on the leadoff batter, Chloe Mares.
Turn off all ball to the home side dugout.
Swung on, fouled back. So Mares hanging tough in the batter's box, fouling off some really good pitching from Melissa Cabrera. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The catcher, J.C. Cáceres, makes her way out, has a few words with her pitcher. Just letting her know, hey, come on, keep throwing what you got. That one in the dirt will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now, so many times we see pitchers, especially those really smart pitchers, when you're ahead of the count, as is Melissa Cabrera, sometimes you'll just throw something to see if you get the batter to chase it. But Mott is being very patient in the batter's box here. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. Swung on to the shortstop, Garcia. She picks that one up, fires at the first to Bautista for out number 1.
Up next to bat for Brownsville Pace is number 2, Felicitas Figueroa.
So that'll bring up the shortstop, Fili Figueroa. Swung on and fouled down the right field side. That one actually out of play. So the first pitch is swung on by the batter, Philly Figueroa. She's behind in the count, 0-1. Late arriving crowd here at Weslaco East High School. Good sized crowd. Swung on and right past the pitcher for a base hit. Picked up by Lopez, fired in to keep Philly Figueroa at first base with a single.
Walking up to the plate for the Lady Vikings.
So Figueroa comes out swinging, literally. First two pitches she sees, she swings at. Second one goes right up the middle for a base hit. So with the runner at first, 1 out, that'll bring up the third baseman, Kayla Gutierrez. She too swings at the first pitch, but a different result. Swing and a miss, strike one. So the Lady Vikings, first three batters, really aggressive at the plate. Swung on and missed, strike two. So again, Melissa Cabrera finds herself ahead in the count, 0-2. A lot of communication here by this Weslaco East Lady Wildcat Ball Club. That one high and inside for ball one. And we saw something like that earlier where she gets ahead of the count and throws something to see if she can get the batter chasing it. The first time it was in the dirt, this time it was high and away. That one is in there for called strike three. So the first strikeout of the night comes at the hands of Kayla Gutierrez. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the cleanup batter, Andrea Toledo.
Andrea Toledo.
Still got a runner at first in Philly Figueroa. Toledo coming to the plate. Looks like she'll be batting from the left side of the plate. Swung on and fouled away, out of play, strike one.
Return all foul balls to the home field dugout.
So again, we see these Lady Viking batters coming out swinging. They see something they like and they go after it. Swung on and missed for strike two. So again, Cabrera ahead of the count, 0-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. That one catches the outside corner for called strike three. So that'll retire the side. We had 1 hit, no runs, 1 runner left on. We head to the bottom of the first. No score here between the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Vikings. Lady Wildcats coming up to bat for the first time tonight, and they will send Melissa Cabrera, the pitcher, Ariana Cabrera, the left fielder, and JC Cáceres, the catcher. 1, 2, and 3 to the plate. Lady Vikings have Arlette Toledo in the circle. Defensively, they line up like this. Jasmine Gamboa in left, Naila Gonzalez in center, Emma Pulido in right. Third baseman, Kayla Gutierrez, Chloe Mares at second, Andrea Toledo at first, Feli Figueroa at short. Alexa Bolivar behind the plate doing the catching, and Arlette Toledo in the circle. The first pitch to Cabrera is outside for ball one. That one is swung on and fouled back for strike one. 1 ball and a 1 strike on the pitcher, Melissa Cabrera. So here comes the 1-1. That one a little low for ball 2. That one catches the outside corner to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the count is even at 2-2. Swung on, that one ripped right up the middle for a base hit. So that's exactly what you want from your leadoff batter, is to get on.
Walking up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is number 16, Nana Cabrera.
And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera. Got a courtesy runner. Emma Ramos will come in and run for the pitcher. So Emma Ramos running at first, and once again at the plate we've got the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera. Cabrera batting from the left side of the plate. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. So back in the box is Cabrera. Shows bunt, pitch inside. Ramos takes second base. In there safely for a steal. So Ramos gets a stolen base. And so now she finds herself in scoring position with Cabrera at the plate with a 1-1 count. That pitch is high and away for ball 2. Two balls and a strike. On the batter, left fielder, Ariana Cabrera. That one high and outside as well for ball 3. So the count is 3 balls and a strike on Cabrera. Runner at second in Ramos. Ramos running for the pitcher Cabrera, who singled to center to start the game off for the Lady Wildcats. That pitch high and away, gets away from the catcher, so runner will advance to third.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is number 4, Piper Garcia.
So with runners at the corners, nobody out, that's going to bring up the catcher, J.C. Cáceres. Alexa Bolivar, the catcher, calls timeout, wants to give some instructions to the defense. First pitch is swung on to the shortstop, Figueroa. She has trouble with it, and safely to first base is Cáceres. So Cáceres
Next batter up is
will arrive on a error by the shortstop. But 1 run does score. So the Lady Wildcats are up 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Cecilia Bautista. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Wildcats up 1-0. Swings at the second pitch. That one goes right up the middle for a base hit. And 1 run will score. And the other runners will advance. So Cabrera scores on the base hit. So that's an RBI single for Bautista.
next at bat for the Lady Wildcats is the number 5, Ariel Lopez.
And runners at second and third. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Ariel Lopez. First pitch is high for ball 1. That one's in there for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Ariel Lopez. Swung on, fouled down the third base line. So the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lopez. That one just a bit inside to even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on. This one's popped to center field. Gonzalez going back, and it's over her head and into the fence. 1-1 will score as Cáceres scores, and here comes Bautista.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is number 1, Cash Garcia.
So that's a 2 RBI double for Lopez as she drives one all the way to the fence. As we mentioned earlier, that wind is blowing, so anything hit up in the air has a chance to go. Gonzalez was trying to catch up to this one, but this one just had no stop in it once it gets up into the wind. And that one bounced off the fence, so Lopez easily into second with a stand-up double. 2 RBIs will be added to her stats tonight. And now your Wildcats are up by a score of 4-0 here in the first inning, and still nobody out. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Ashley Garcia. Garcia, another left-handed batter for these Lady Wildcats. That one is high for ball 1. A slap up the middle. That gets to center field, but that one is shallow, so picked up and thrown in to retain the runner at third, and Garcia will go to second.
Lady Wildcats is number 6, Dion Lopez.
Still nobody out here in the first. 4-0 Wildcats leading, runners at second and third, and this will bring up center fielder Dion Lopez. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike one. That one's laid down to third base, a bunt, and she's safe at first. And she is trying to get the ball to home, and they do. So a great job there by Lopez with the bunt. And purposely ran through first base to challenge a throw to second, which then allowed Garcia to run home. Garcia scores, Lopez scores, and Garcia scores, Lopez scores, and Diane Lopez makes her way to second. So a lot happening on that play. So now the score is 6-0 in favor of your Lady Wildcats. Nobody out, and this will bring up Mia Silva, the third baseman. First pitch is in there for strike one. Wild pitch in the dirt will advance Lopez to third. So the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on to the shortstop, Figueroa. Figueroa will go to first, and that ball is in the dirt and gets away from Toledo, and safe is Silva at first, and that allows Lopez to score. So that's going to bring up Bianca Larraga. This is the 9th batter for the Lady Wildcats here in the first inning. They lead 7-0. Nobody out. Larraga shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball is in there for strike one. Swung on, that one goes right up the middle for another base hit for the Lady Wildcats. Five hits so far here in the first for the Lady Wildcats. And so we go back to the top of the order, and this is the 10th batter that the Lady Wildcats are sending up to the plate, and this is a pitcher, Melissa Cabrera. She singled up the middle to get everything started. Looks at the first pitch in there for strike one. That one is outside for ball one. So 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, the Lady Wildcat pitcher, Melissa Cabrera. That one outside as well for ball two. So the count is 2 balls and a strike on the batter, Cabrera. 7-0 Lady Wildcats on top here in the first. Yes, I did say the first. Swung on. This one popped in short, shallow right field. Back goes the second baseman, Modest, and she'll grab that one for the first out. So we got runners at first and second, one out, and this is going to bring up Ariana Cabrera. She's the left fielder. She walked her first time up and scored. Showing bunt, lays it down to third base line, picked up by the third baseman. Gutierrez fires the first, but not in time as the speedy Cabrera beats that one out. And so we've had two bunts played to perfection here in the first inning by the Lady Wildcats. And with that, advancing to third base is Lariaga is at second. Silva is at third. So the bases are loaded right now for your Lady Wildcats. And that's going to bring up the catcher, J.C. Casares. Takes the first pitch for strike one. That one is outside for ball one. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike on the catcher, Casares. Swung on. This one down the first base line. Toledo calls everybody off, and here comes Modest, and she reinforces it and catches that one for an out. But heads up play there by Mia Silva. She tags up and scores. And Magali Lariaga also playing heads up softball out there, and she'll tag up and make her way on over to third. So that's going to bring up Cecilia Bautista. Bautista singled and has an RBI her first time up at bat. Swings at that pitch, and this one is knocked out of play down the right field side. Count is even at a ball and a strike. Two outs here in the bottom of the first. Lady Wildcats up 8-0. Pitch is inside. That's a wild pitch. And Lariaga will score. Cabrera's at third, and the count is 2 balls and a strike on Bautista. Swung on. This one popped up to the center fielder, Gonzalez. Gonzalez comes across and makes the grab for out number 3. But not before the damage is done. Lady Wildcats send 12 batters to the plate. Plate 9 runners. They lead 9-0 at the end of 1. We'll be right back with more action right here on KWES.
Before Rene Hinojosa became a business executive, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL academics, designed the original Wildcats logo, was an all-state academic middle linebacker. He then played for the Longhorns, graduating with a business degree from UT. Now he's the Director of Strategic Development at Doctors Hospital at Renaissance. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Rene Hinojosa, WISD was the right choice.
Well, we head to the second. Lady Vikings come up to bat. They'll send batters 5, 6, and 7 to the plate. In catcher Alexa Bolivar, the pitcher Arlet Toledo, and the left fielder Jasmine Gamboa. They trail 9-0 as your Lady Wildcats score 9 runs in the bottom half of the first. And Cabrera fires the first one in there for strike one. Swung on and missed, and that was a 57-mile-an-hour fastball. Nothing in 2 the count as Cabrera picks up where she left off in the first, getting ahead of the batters. And that one is swung on and fouled back. Count remains 0-2 on the batter, the catcher Bolivar. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's the third strikeout tonight for Cabrera.
Brownsville Pace is number 10.
Gets the leadoff batter, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Arlet Toledo. First pitch is swung on and fouled back for strike 1. Nothing in 1 to count on the pitcher, Toledo. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So again, Cabrera finds herself ahead in the count. 0-2. 1 out here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Cabrera has struck out the last 4 batters she has faced.
This is number 12, Jasmine Gamboa.
The first batter grounded out. The second batter was a single up the middle, and she struck out every batter since. And now it's going to bring up the left fielder, Jasmine Gamboa. First pitch is high for ball 1. Now again, Cabrera's been finding herself ahead of the count in every batter. They've been aggressive at the plate, so I'm guessing she went after that, or she let that one go high to see if they go after it. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Jasmine Gamboa. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So after a first pitch ball, next 2 just right up the middle, and the batter, Gamboa, cannot catch up to them. And now Cabrera finds herself ahead in the count, 1-2. Shows bunt, and that's strike out number 3 of the inning. She retires the side. 1-2-3. We head to the bottom of the second. Lady Wildcats 9, the Lady Vikings nothing.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
Head to the bottom of the second inning. 9-0 Lady Wildcats up. Set 13 to the plate the first time up at bat, and we begin the second inning with batters 5, 6, and 7. And Ariel Lopez, Ashley Garcia, and Dion Lopez. How fitting the walk-up song for Lopez. Here comes the boom, as she did lay down the boom her first time up at bat. A strong hit into the left center gap, got its way all the way to the fence on a fly. 2 RBI single for her. 2 RBI double for her first time up at bat. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Second pitch misses for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes on the batter, Ariel Lopez. That pitch catches the outside corner right at the numbers for strike 1. Swung on, third base side of the field. Gutierrez picks that up and fires it to first for out number 1.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is number 1, Cash Garcia.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, Ashley Garcia. Ashley singled to center her first time up. And as you saw her moving in the box, is exactly what you saw the first time up. Just slap single to center the first time up at bat. So she's 1 for 1 tonight. Lets that one go as well. Now she's ahead of the count, 2-0. That one misses outside and away for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on the batter, Ashley Garcia. That one catches the outside corner for called strike 1. 3 balls and a strike on Garcia. Swung on. That's a chopper up the middle for another base hit. So 2 identical singles for Garcia. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Dion Lopez. Lopez 1 for 1 tonight as well. She bunted her first time up. Saw 2 perfectly executed bunts in the bottom half of the first for the Lady Wildcats, and one of them came from Lopez. She shows bunt again, and Garcia safely into second. So the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Nothing to 1 to count on Lopez. Lopez playing center field tonight for the Lady Wildcats. That one is swung on and fouled back. Count is 0-2. Swung on. This time it gets through and all the way to the fence. And Garcia will score. All the way to third is Lopez. So Lopez Lopez with an RBI triple all the way almost to the fence. So now it is a 10-0 game. First pitch is in there for strike one to the batter, Mia Silva. Mia reached on an error her first time up. Shows bunt, that's strike two. That one misses for ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Mia Silva. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Swung on, little pop up to the third base side of the field, and Kayla Gutierrez gets under it and snags it for out number 2.
Next batter for the Lady Wildcats is number 9, Magali Laraga.
That's going to bring up Magali Lariaga. She singled to center her first time up. 1 for 1 is Lariaga tonight at the plate. Looks at the first pitch for ball one. Swing and a miss for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch is inside for ball 2. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Lariaga. That one is in there for strike 2, so the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Lariaga. There are 2 outs here in the second inning. Swung on, down third base side. Gutierrez picks that up, fires it to first. Takes the defender off the bag, Toledo, and Toledo's able to make the tag. So that's out number 3. But the Lady Wildcats score another run here in the second to extend their lead 10-0. We'll be back with the third inning right here on K-West.
East side, south side. East side, south side. East side, south side.
We head to the top of the third inning. Lady Wildcats up by a score of 10-0. Lady Vikings will send batters 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Nailea Gonzalez, the center fielder. Emma Pulido, the right fielder. And back to the top of the order, Chloe Mares. First pitch is in there, taken for strike 1. Shows bunt, popped up. Catcher trying to locate it, just could not. But it's fouled back for strike 2. So again, Cabrera getting herself ahead in the count on the batters. 0-2 to Gonzalez. That one misses high for ball one. That one catches the inside corner for call strike 3.
Up next to bat is number 4, Emma Pulido.
So 6 Ks tonight for Melissa Cabrera. She struck out 3 looking and 3 swinging. And that'll bring up the right fielder, Emma Pulido. Swung on the first base side, picked up by the first baseman, Bautista, and she'll go unassisted to tag the bag for out number 2. So with 2 outs, we'll head to the top of the order, and that'll bring up Chloe Modis, the second baseman. Modis is 0 for 1 tonight. She grounded out to the shortstop her first time up at bat. First pitch misses high for ball 1. Cabrera wants timeout, wants to discuss things over with her catcher. Quick conversation, catcher comes back. So here comes the 1-0. That one catches the outside corner for call strike 1. So count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Swung on right back to the pitcher, and she sags that one out of the thin air. And that is a 1-2-3 inning once again for the Lady Wildcats. We head to the bottom of the third. It's your Lady Wildcats 10, the Lady Vikings nothing.
Before Clarissa Renteria was a dentist, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a cheerleader, played softball, and started college early through the dual enrollment program. She graduated from UTPA before earning her degree from the University of Texas School of Dentistry in Houston. Now she is Dr. Renteria, creating beautiful smiles at Professional Dental Group. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dr. Clarissa Renteria, WISD was the right choice.
Head to the bottom of the third inning. Toledo still in the circle for the Lady Vikings. The Wildcats will begin the third inning with the top of the order. The pitcher, Melissa Cabrera, the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera, and the catcher, J.C. Cázares. Cabrera's 1 for 2 tonight. Singled to center her first time up, flew out to the second baseman her second time up. So she'll be facing Toledo for the third time tonight. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Swung on and fouled back for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Cabrera. Swung on this one to center field. That'll drop for a base hit. So again, exactly what you want to get out of your leadoff batter is for that person to get at first.
For the Lady Wildcats is number
And
16.
Cabrera did exactly that. Emma Ramos again will come in to run for Cabrera. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Ariana Cabrera. Ariana walked her first time up, then reached on a bunt the second time up. And both those at-bats were in the first inning. Pitch is high and outside for ball one. Shows bunt, fouls it back for strike one. So Ramos will have to go back to first base. As I'm not sure if the hit and run was on or if that was a steal play. But nonetheless, it's a strike, and Ramos is back at first. Pitch is high and outside for ball two. Ramos head first into second for the steal. So Ramos has 2 stolen bases tonight. So the count is 2 balls and a strike on Cabrera. Swung on. This one a fly ball to center field. Back goes Gonzalez. She can't reach it. And Cabrera is on her way to third. And Ramos is on her way home and scores.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is number 4, Piper Casares.
So that's going to bring up J.C. Casares. Casares reached on an error her first time up and flew out to second base her second time up. And she too was one of those that batted twice in the first inning. 11-0 is the score as the Lady Wildcats added one more here in the bottom of the third. First pitch is taken for a strike. So 0-1 is the count. That one catches the inside corner for strike two. So Casares finds herself behind in the count, 0-2. Swung on. This one popped into the gap, into right center. That one is over the fence for a home run.
And that is a Sam's Place home run.
Stepping up to the plate.
So again, as we mentioned, if that ball gets up in the air, the wind blowing out tonight is going to give it a great opportunity to make its way over the fence. And that one was a perfect example of just that. Because Casares really looked like, didn't really put much on that. She just put that bat out there. Maybe she's just that strong. But nonetheless, that one made its way out of the park. And that's a home run for Casares. First one on the game tonight. And now with that home run, your Lady Wildcats are up 13-0. Vikings coach come out to talk to the pitcher Toledo. So it looks like we will have a pitching change. We'll see what they decide to do here. There's a timeout on the field, so we're going to take one as well. You're enjoying Lady Wildcat softball right here on K-West. Welcome back after the timeout. We do have a pitching change for the Lady Vikings. Now on the mound is Chloe Mates. Chloe Mates coming over from second base to the circle to now take over in relief of Toledo. And the first batter that she's going to face is Cecilia Bautista. Bautista's 1 for 2 tonight. She singled to center and flew out to center. And the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Second pitch misses just a little high for ball 2. That one is hit hard to left field, and that one is out of here for a home run.
And that is another Sam's Plays home run.
So back-to-back jacks for your Lady Wildcats. Mates comes in on relief, and the second pitch is there and taken deep to left by Bautista for a home run. And now your Lady Wildcats are up 14-0.
Next at bat for the Lady Wildcats is the number 5, Ariel Lopez.
And it doesn't get much easier for Mates as Lopez comes to the plate. Lopez is 1 for 2 tonight. She drove a pitch to the left center fence her first time up, a double, a 2 RBI double at that. And then she grounded out her second time up, and the first pitch is taken inside and low for ball 1. That one is hit to center field, and Gonzalez, all she can do is just watch it go over her head. And that one was hit with so much power that it went beyond her coming back.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is the number 1, Cash Garcia.
So nobody out here in the third. And that's going to bring up the shortstop, Ashley Garcia. Ashley is 2 for 2 tonight. She singled both times to center tonight. First pitch is outside for ball 1. That one is fouled up the third base line, and the pitcher, Mates, comes over quickly and snags that one. So Lopez will stay at second. That'll bring up the center fielder, Dion Lopez. Lopez is 2 for 2 tonight. She reached on a bunt her first time, and then a triple down the third base line her second time up at bat. So the first pitch misses for ball one. That one catches the outside corner for strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on this one to right field. Right fielder Pulido is under it, and she'll make the grab for out number 2. And tagging up is Lopez and getting to third.
Up to bat for the Lady Wildcats is the number 0, Mia Silva.
Silva is now at the plate, playing third base tonight. First pitch is swung on. Shortstop picks that one up, fires the first in time for out number 3. So a good play there by Figueroa to retire the side. But not before the Lady Wildcats score 4 more runs here in the third. We head to the fourth. Your Lady Wildcats up 14-0.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
We head to the fourth inning. Lady Wildcats up 14-0. Cabrera on the mound for your Lady Wildcats, and she'll be facing batters 2, 3, and 4. Philly Figueroa, the shortstop. Kayla Gutierrez, the third baseman. Andrea Toledo, the first baseman. Philly Figueroa has the only hit for the Lady Vikings. She singled her first time up. First pitch is swung on and fouled back for strike 1.
Please return all foul balls to the home side dugout.
Swung on in another base hit for Figueroa. So a single for Figueroa to lead off the fourth inning for the Vikings. And if you notice on the scoreboard, the Vikings only have 2 hits, and both of those come from Figueroa. Up next is Kayla Gutierrez. She struck out looking her first time up at bat. First pitch is in there for called strike 1. Swung on to center field. Lopez gets under it, but it gets over her head again. That wind blowing out. And so Figueroa makes her way to third. And a snap throw in there on time is Figueroa.
Batting up next is number 8.
So back-to-back hits for the Lady Vikings to begin the fourth inning. And we got runners at second and third and nobody out. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Andrea Toledo. Toledo also struck out looking her first time up at bat tonight. So Toledo's hit by the first pitch, so she'll be awarded first base. And now the bases are loaded here in the fourth inning for the Lady Vikings. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Alexa Bolivar. So nobody out, bases loaded. Bolivar at the plate. First pitch is swung on. Shortstop goes to first for out number 1. One run will score for the Lady Vikings,
Up next to bat for number
but Garcia ensures at least an out.
Arlette Toledo.
So we've got runners at second and third, 1 out, and that'll bring up Arlette Toledo. Toledo struck out swinging her first time up at bat tonight. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Swung and a miss, strike 2. So Cabrera getting back to where she left off a few batters ago, getting ahead of the count on the batters. Nothing in 2. Fouled back, count remains nothing in 2. Swung on and fouled back away. Count remains nothing in 2.
Another reminder to please return all foul balls to the home side dugout.
So here comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
Up next to bat for Brownsville Pace is number 12.
That's the
Jasmine
7th strikeout for Cabrera tonight, and that one comes at a very timely situation, as now there are 2 outs here in the 4th. And that'll bring up Jasmine Gamboa. Gamboa struck out her first time up at bat as well. So no better time to get strikeout number 8 than right now. That one misses a little high. Call is 1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia wants timeout. Wants to talk things over with her pitcher. Quick turnaround there for the Lady Wildcats. Back to live action. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Gamboa. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike number 3, and that is strikeout number 8. So after getting the first 3 batters on, the Wildcats get rid of the next 3 batters. 1 run does score. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's your Lady Wildcats 14, the Lady Vikings 1.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Hit to the bottom of the fourth inning. Lady Wildcats leading 14-1. They'll send to the plate Lariaga, Cabrera, and Cabrera. Magali Lariaga, Melissa Cabrera, and Ariana Cabrera. As we begin the bottom of the fourth inning.
Next at bat for the Lady Wildcats is number 20, Kayla Gutierrez.
We've got a pinch hitter in Kayla Gutierrez. So Perales will come in to bat for Lariaga. First pitch misses away for ball one. That one is in there for strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter, Kayla Perales. Swung on and fouled back, and this one's going to land right in front of us. And I've got the softball. So did we get that on camera, Vinny?
Ball balls to the home side dugout.
So I'll give myself a play tonight, as I did pick up that foul ball. Count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, Perales, excuse me. Swung on, and that one is fouled back. Count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. In case you were wondering, I did make a great play on that ball, but Vinny didn't get it on camera. So we have to apologize to all our viewers. I still got it, guys. 1-2 the count on Perales. That one misses low for ball 2. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes on Perales. High for ball 3. The count is now full. Swung on, fouled back. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that's the first recorded strikeout of a Lady Wildcat batter.
Walking up to the batter's box is number 2, Emre Cabrera.
That's going to bring up Melissa Cabrera. Melissa Cabrera is 2 for 3 tonight. She's got 2 singles to center and a fly out to second. First pitch high and inside for ball 1. Swung on, fouled out of play, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cabrera.
A reminder to please return all foul balls to the home side dugout.
Swung on, fouled back out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cabrera. Swung on and snagged out of thin air by the shortstop, Figueroa. Figueroa did have to get off her feet a little bit to get that one. But a great play there by the shortstop.
Up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is number 16, Nana Cabrera.
That's going to bring up Ariana Cabrera. 2 for 2 tonight, Cabrera. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Second pitch outside, ball 2. That one misses high and outside for ball 3. Looks at that one for strike 1. Three balls and a strike on Cabrera, and that one is taken for ball 4. So that's the second time Cabrera walks tonight, and that'll bring up the catcher, Jay-Z Cáceres.
Stepping up to the plate for the Lady Wildcats is the number 4, Piper Cassade.
Cáceres reached her first time up at bat on an error by the shortstop. Flew out to center field her second time up, and then went deep her last time up at bat. Looked like a check swing, and that ball just left the park. She looks at the first pitch for ball 1. Swung on, hard hit, past the third baseman. That one makes its way to the corner. And Cabrera's going to score, and Cáceres is not going to stop. It's going to be a play at the plate, and she's in there for a run. So Cáceres with an in-the-park home run to end the game. That one was hit hard to third, and there was no doubt that Cabrera was not going to score. But Cáceres was not holding back. She turned third and made her way home, sliding effort ahead of the throw for run number 16. And that makes the game a final. The Lady Wildcats, 14 hits, score 16 runs, and win this one in 4 by a score of 16-1. Want to thank Adri De Leon for all the graphics and keeping everything tight online. Want to thank Vinny Berry for all the great camera work, even though he missed that great grab by me earlier in the ball game. I am Joe Aguilar for K-West, where once again your Lady Wildcats win this one 16-1. We'll see you next time.